Good morning, Salt and Light ladies. I know I'm not really video presentable right now, but I just really wanted to get this out there to you because I just know, now more than ever, there is a war for the minds of our children. And this year, especially, I just see so many kids at school who are dealing with anxiousness, nervousness, to the point of where it's making them physically uncomfortable or ill, affecting them, in a physical way. And that's what stress and fear and anxiety and worry and nervousness and concern, that's what it tries to do to us. And to overwhelm us. And I feel that there are adults who are feeling that same way because of things, yes, inside school, at our job, lots of things there, but also, we all have other responsibilities and other things going on in our personal lives. And when we're at school, I know it's hard to not think about all those other responsibilities and concerns and things. And so it's like you've got this mountain that's piling up of, things, and you're trying to be focused on the things at school, but you've got all the other stuff going on too. And there's just a war. Again, there's a war for your peace, for my peace, for the peace of our children. And it burns me up when I see little children dealing with that type of fear, anxiety, worry, etc. And, for some kids, it's not that it's one certain thing at school. Sometimes it's just a combination of things, or for some kids, it is a particular thing. But, there are things going on in the spirit. And all of these things, we can deal with them in the natural, but ultimately there is something spiritual attached, because the enemy comes to do three things. The enemy comes to steal, to kill, and to destroy from us. That's what John 10:10 says. And so the enemy wants our minds. He wants our peace. That's why he wants our minds. The war is in our mind. Our mind is a battlefield, right? You've heard that before. And so I just really feel impressed to ask you to join me this Friday, October 11th. I'm going to lead prayer in my classroom. This is just for our group, not, sending this out to the whole school or anything. But this Friday, October 11th at 7:45, if you want to come to my classroom and join me, I want to pray for you. I want to pray with you, for one another. And also, like I said, for our children. We have to intercede for these kids at our school. We have to stand in the gap for them. Who else is standing in the gap for them? Maybe no one for some of them, right? And so this is affecting us directly. It's affecting us directly in the way of it's us and it's the kids that we work with. And we have to, again, approach this from a spiritual standpoint. You cannot deal with these things only in the natural, because these things are spirits. That's the bottom line. They are evil spirits, and they have to be dealt with in a spiritual sense through prayer. These things were not meant to control and dominate the minds and hearts of our children, or of us as adults, as colleagues, as one another in our building. And so it's time for us to step out in faith and to war against these things. So join me. I feel like the last two videos have been very solemn and serious, but that's just where we're at. And the good thing is that in all of this, despite all of these things, we have hope. Where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. And I can tell you 100% in my own personal life, yes, I have lots of things on my plate. I have lots of responsibilities in school, out of school, just like you. We all have different things. But I'm telling you, I have a peace that passes all understanding. I am not dominated by my feelings, because the Bible tells me I don't have to be, because I'm taking out that sword of the Spirit. And when I feel these things, I'm telling those things what the word says, right? I have not been given a spirit of fear. I've been given a spirit of power and of love and a sound mind. So my mind will not be dominated by fear, by worry, by anxiety. The minds of my children, my personal children, the children that come into my classroom, these are the things that I have prayed and we will pray together. So join me this Friday, October 11th. I'll see you at 7:45. We can come together, cast our cares on the Lord, because why? He cares for us. See you then.